In this video, I'm going to show you the assembly environment and some of the important concepts when placing 3D models into the environment. Unlike 3D modeling in parts, you do not build 3D models in here. Instead, you will bring in the 3D models that you have built in the parts environment. You can think of the assembly environment like you are in the space where there is no gravities and all 3D models you bring in will float in here. With that in mind, it is important to secure the main component in the environment so it will not float. This will help you assemble the components together. Let's start with an example. To place the 3D models, you need to click here, Place. In here, I have two models. I'm going to start with the connecting rod. Open. In here, you can click anywhere, but if you do that, this means that your model will float on the space. Instead, what you can do is to select right-click on your model, place grounded at origin. Now, you can click more in the environment. If you want to click more, that means you have multiple parts in here. But for demonstration purpose, I'm going to put only 3. So escape to cancel the command. Now I have 3 models. The first one in here, you can see the thumbnail. That means it's grounded. These two are not, so I can move them as I need it. And then this, now you cannot move it. Now also you can ground it in here, right click, ground it. You can ground it in here as well. But this and that, there's a difference between these two. If you look at the origin, this particular one, the origin is right here. It is really a random distance compared to the origin of the assembly. So the assembly origin is right here, this right here, and then the part origin is right here. So you will have a random distance if you do that. But take a look at the first connecting rod that I brought in. So here, center points, this is center points. So this plane and this plane, they share the same origin. So the assembly origin and the part origin, they share the same one. So if you have the main component, it is a good practice to place the main component and share the same origin. If this is not a main component, it doesn't matter where you put it. So in here, I'm going to delete these two because I do not need it. Now I'm going to bring in the second component. Open. Now in here, I can put anywhere if I wanted to, because eventually this part is going to be in front of that connecting rod. But if I do this, place ground at origin, that means it's going to be the same, they share the same origin. Now once I get that, press escape to terminate the commands. Now this is locked. So if you place everything at the origin, that's not a good practice either, because you cannot move them. So if you do that by mistake, you can either delete it or right click, check this grounded, so uncheck them. So now you can move them. So this is the general step when you place 3D models into the assembly environment. And keep in mind, everything will float, so it is the best idea to secure the main component. So in my case, my main component is this connecting rod.